Hello and welcome back. Here we have another Mega Breadvan Cam video. I'm not bringing out these so often because I'm starting to get to the stage where as I take them I sort of curate them and get rid of a load of rubbish, but in general they're going to be sort of my observations as I'm driving. Admittedly I do the same sort of journeys, but you know, you get some people who are a little bit I don't know, asleep I suppose, or just in their own little worlds. But this video is going to be covering a little bit of me placing my camera by the side of the road or by the side of the lane, so I can film myself driving by. I guess a lot of YouTubers have to do that. They have to leave their camera somewhere and then film themselves, or film themselves driving like me. But round here I'm a little bit uncomfortable about leaving my camera in the village, for example, and then driving past it and then going back and picking it up. It can be a bit time consuming. I mean, I don't do it very often, which is a pity because it means that there's not so many exterior shots of Mega Breadvan and me driving. There's only me. I can ask one of my kids to help out, but it's one of those things where when you've got teenagers, they've got other things they need to be doing, and if you sort of live in France and have teenagers, you'll find that they tend to be very busy, and in where we live, transport links aren't the most brilliant, so I'll get on to what they're doing in a bit, so I'm going to give you an update. But anyway, they're busy trying to get from A to B and then doing their work, coming home, doing the work here, and his boyfriends and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to try to get some exterior shots of Mega Breadvan as I'm driving, because it gets a bit boring just having interior shots of me driving. But in this case it's a dashcam video. I got stuck by a dustbin lorry, with a proper word, and so yeah, there's footage of that, people speeding, usual stuff. And if you have any questions about how people drive in France, then feel free to leave them in the comments. So yeah, I'll give you a quick update, because it's now what we call in France la rentrée. So la rentrée is, well, basically back to school, I suppose. That's what it was called when I was at school back in the UK. But here it means everything goes back to normal, and in France it's more noticeable, because in July and August, if you live in France, you'll probably know this already, everything shuts down. You get repeats on the telly, shops are closed for long periods, local shops that is, big shopping centres are not, but you get a bit of a tumbleweedy feeling in the streets, because everybody's off and on holiday. And so when we come to September, suddenly there's this mad rush of parents buying school equipment and pens and satchels and whatever, and getting back to normal. So it's the same case for us. We have two teenagers, I've just mentioned, and things are changing for them. I thought I'd give you a little bit of insight into life in France. So my daughter, who is nearly 15, started lycée. So lycée doesn't exist in the UK, because when I was at school in the 80s, it was college, then upper college, and so upper college lycée. So it's from 14 upwards. For example, I stayed at upper college until I was 18, and I went off to go and do graphic design. And in her case, she's starting, but it's not in the same place. Same for me. I went to my local college, sort of walking distance away. Suddenly I found myself having to take a bus 4 or 5 miles away to the upper college. Well, my daughter had to take a bus anyway to college. It's in the next village. Now she's in the next town in the other direction. So it's a change of life for her. Different things, new people, suddenly being uprooted from friends, all this sort of thing. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, I suppose, for all parents. My son is totally different, because he's 18 and he's finished at lycée, so neither of them are going to be at the lycée at the same time. So he's off to Paris, and he's at Paris City University. So he's having to get used to using RER trains, the bus and what have you, and strikes and things. And apparently this week, we're in September, obviously, la rentrée, early September. We're getting towards mid-September now, not far off anyway. This week, everyone's decided they want to go on strike, but it seems that it's not so far affecting the trains, because usually the first strikers are the cheminots, the train drivers. So yeah, that's a bit of an update with things going on here. It's been a bit busy and full on for everyone. I was supposed to start teaching yesterday, but I had to have a very quick emergency visit to the dentist yesterday, because today is Tuesday. I had to think a bit then. Today's Tuesday, and sort of Friday into Saturday into Sunday, I had a tooth that broke in half, leaving a great big point, very sharp point, and like a blade down the side of it, because it broke, well, a third of it broke off. But anyway, so swallowing, talking, eating was painful because it went straight into underneath my tongue. So I had to cancel my lesson yesterday, which I don't normally do. It's rare I cancel a lesson. As you'll see in the footage that's going to come, it was taken way back in February, March. So it was very wet, but a lot of rain, like last year, a lot of rain over the winter and into the spring. Lots of potholes, lots of puddles, lots of mud. At the park where I used to go for a walk. So I'll leave you to watch the footage, and feel free to leave a comment below. So down here on the right, there's supposed to be a stop, and usually when I go around this corner I'm a bit worried because someone's not going to stop, like this person here. I'm not sure what he's playing at, but anyway. So, as I mentioned earlier, placing a camera so that I can drive by. I've not really got the right choice of shoes here. Wearing Crocs on slippy mud, and trying to get the camera to balance on the stand, which is a selfie stick with a fold-out foot, or 3 feet, and there I'm taking care not to fall over again. I have already fallen over on mud, and it's quite a painful experience. So the camera's been placed, and I'm going to quickly get into the cab and drive off anytime now. I think I went a little bit too close to the camera, so from the driver's side you can just about see the camera on the right there. So I stop, and I've got out, taken the camera, and I'm on my way back to turn round. Often we get sort of vehicles parked up here, sort of in the middle of nowhere, as if they want to just take a little break from everything, which I don't blame them for. But yeah, it's often you see people sitting there. I don't know what chronic flex is. I'm not sure what that is at all. Anyway, there's that strange bloke I keep bumping into in the park. So, second time, we're going to go and place the camera again, so I can do a drive-by. We can take care of these potholes, trying to find the right place to park. It's extremely muddy that day, very muddy and very slippy. And I've got my Crocs on still. off I go. I think I'm going to go and place the camera next to this tree so I know where it is. Oh, and trying to get it to stand up again. And now I'm tootling back to the van. And I suddenly realised that I'm going to have to reverse so I can get a good run up. I felt I was a bit too close to make it look like a drive-by. Right, let's go and take a run up then. It doesn't look very natural, does it? So I'm driving way too close to the camera. So off we go, park up. I'm going to go and get the camera again and pick it up. And yeah, all that mud. So coming up to the main road to Lidl, and we've got this stop here, and I thought I'd let him go because I didn't think I'd get between him and the parked car onto the right. Sometimes I think that stop is a bit pointless. So I'm going to name this place Confusing Junction because when I arrived here you got a priority adwat on the right, you've got the entrance into the supermarket where people jump the stop, and you've got people coming off the roundabout off the bypass. There you go, there's somebody there pulling straight out, and I'm waiting to go left, and I'm not sure where people are going. So my eyes are everywhere. So a bit of people watching. I'd just been for a walk in the park. These two chaps come out, one carrying a bag of what looked like cans or bottles or something. I don't know whether they've been litter collecting or what. I've never seen much litter in the park. But anyway, a bit later, and well, they seem to be off, and I'll be off soon too. No, he suddenly remembered something. What has he remembered? Well, he's going over to my favourite telegraph pole where I put my camera, and I guess he needs to clear a bit of mud off his shoes. There we go, job done. And he comes wandering back. They just look very suspicious to me. They're probably not, but you know, it's me people watching. I couldn't resist including this. So a bit later, I'll put my lights on because I'm going to go. So I'm going to reverse. For some reason he selected reverse. I'm not sure why. He's indicating left to go into the park, which he can't do. He's going to turn round. Well, I'm having none of that. So I just carried on straight past him. And off I went to go and turn round at the proper place. I'm not sure what I should have done here because he's suddenly stopped and I don't know why, and it was very narrow. Luckily my van can get through there. So this is a priority adwat. For me, I got priority. And if you look to the left, there's a car that's giving me priority, let me out. So I come to the next junction and they've got priority, so it's a priority adwat here. And out he goes. It's a dangerous junction that, because there's too many parked cars around. You can't see who's coming. So I come pootling up here and I could see a flashing light, a row of parked cars and a dustbin lorry. And obviously I couldn't go any further because there's no way for me to go. So I thought I'll wait for him to go by. Seems he's going to wait there for a bit. I don't know why I was reversing. Dum de dum de dee 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 dum de dee 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 ba da be doo be doo be whoop be boop be boo ba 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 dee da. He's going to move soon, isn't he? Come on. Surely he's going to move now.
A few moments later.
This has been about 5 minutes. I'm probably exaggerating a bit. But finally he's moving and I was thinking, right, great, he's going to go straight past me and I'll be able to get out. No. I'm not sure why he stopped there. He could have gone past me, because I had plenty of room further down the road, but it seems not. So I pull forward to insist on the fact I want to come by. And I just get a funny look from the dustbin man, and the driver just completely ignored me. I didn't even bother to talk to him. And off he goes at last. Oh, he's a bit fast. I hate electric scooters, I really do. They're too dangerous. So going back to the park again, we've got some of the workers from the Mairie. I feel really sorry for them because they've got to repair all of these potholes. And it's a thankless task because no sooner have they been repaired than they open up again. And as we've had a lot of rain this year, anyway, I managed to squeeze by. As you can see, they've started to repair these ones down here. I seem to be obsessed with potholes. So from a potholed lane, we turn around the corner at the other end of the village, and here we have the second worst road or lane in the village. And this leads down to a car park for the other end of the park that I've just been to. It used to go to a train halt on RERD, which is the main line into Paris from our village. But now you have to go to the nearby stations to take the train. You can't take it from our village anymore. I think it closed in the 1970s. So he's run the stop as they usually do because they can't see, and off I go. So here we've got a priority à droite, so I'm always very careful because once somebody came out straight in front of me and didn't even look. Now we've got the useless stop again. I'm not sure what it's for, to be honest. And surprise, where'd he come from? So on the right we've got the new housing estate taking shape. That was supposed to be a stop. And he's not doing 30 kilometres an hour, he's off. So going back the other way, you've got the housing estate, and as I speak in September, there's still that big gap there, but there's quite a few more houses. And that's not 30 either. I don't know what it is about the 30 kilometres an hour rule that everybody just completely ignores it. Here we've got a private ambulance, basically a glorified taxi. In France, if you call for an ambulance, you get the firemen, because they have ambulances. It's not like in the UK. Another surprise, this is somebody that for some reason decides to come towards me, and I had to take evasive action to move out of the way. So we're back around this corner again, and this is a bugbear of mine. People who park here in front of the substation on the right makes it so everyone's forced into the middle of the road coming around this corner, and of course you've got a car coming the other way. It's a bit far away, but usually if they're a bit closer it can be dangerous. And I'm not sure why this van is parked onto the road. Well, I hope you like the videos, the clips and so on. I'm sort of like perfecting my voiceover technique because I've changed to Linux recently, so it means I have to do them in a different way. For those people on Linux or wanting to be on Linux out of interest, I'll tell you how I do the voiceovers. So basically, in my old software on Windows, everything was all in one place. On Linux, it isn't, so I have to have what's called Audacity, which is a music and sound editing software on my laptop, the mic plugged into the laptop, the video in my video editor, which is OpenShot, on the computer, on the desktop computer, and basically I set it running and I do the voiceover, and then marry the two together later on when I move all the files to the desktop, cut up the audio in OpenShot and line it all up, and it works quite well, surprisingly. You know, I've done it probably a couple of times now with Linux, and I'm quite pleased with it. So anyway, I'll leave you to judge from this video. So as I say always, this is my impression of driving. Sometimes I might be overcritical, but it's just, although I'm a non-driver, because I drive this sans permis van in France, I'm a non-driver, okay, I've got no licence, but I can drive this van legally. Which means that, like when I rode my scooter sort of 20 years ago, 50cc scooter, same licensing as the sans permis. I was extra careful because I knew that I hadn't had the tuition, because my age you don't need to. Any questions about that, let me know. I don't need to. I don't need to for this either. So you just feel on your guard all the time, and you're always being extra careful at road junctions, priority à droite, what other people are doing, and so on. So I'm always interested to hear on, you know, about anything you think about driving without a license, and also driving in France. If you've ever driven in France as a British person or somebody from another country, if you've ever driven in France, what are your impressions? So if you'd like to support the video, you can do that quite easily. If you go to megabreadvan.world, you'll go onto my Buy Me a Coffee page, and on the Buy Me a Coffee page the videos go out a few days before they're released on YouTube, so you can get an advanced viewing of the video if you really want to. You can visit my Linktree page, which gives details of the various platforms I'm on. At the moment that is Instagram, which you'll see in the corner of the screen at some point during the video, and I'm also on Flickr if you like transport photos. Have a look at that, and obviously here on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching, taking the time out to view my videos. It's really much appreciated. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye bye.